What up, you guys? I'm back with my All Tea All Shade College Hill Celebrity Edition Season 3 Episode 2 review. So in Episode 2, we pick up where we left off with Carlos acting in their political science class because the professor asked them to write a 3-page bill to Congress about homelessness. And he does not believe in homelessness. He thinks that homelessness is a choice. He also says addiction is a choice. Some people may believe that, some people may not. Do I believe addiction is a choice? I don't believe that addiction is a choice. I think it's 50-50. I do believe that like alcoholism runs in your family. Like, certain things do run in your family and can be a trait of yours that you inherit, through your genes or whatever the case may be. Just like me, I suffer from anxiety. I didn't even know until I started suffering from anxiety in my 20s that my grandmother suffered from anxiety. My uncle, cousins, like this was a family secret that nobody talked about because black households, we don't talk about things like that. And it wasn't until I was having panic attacks that left me bedridden for 2 weeks that my grandmother was like, girl, take that medication, it's gonna help you. Because I was scared to take the medication because I didn't want to become like a zombie, you know what I'm saying? So addiction is a tough subject. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that addiction is a choice, or do you think that it can be inherited? So once Black China, Angela doesn't have to be in the class anymore. She leaves because she got tired of hearing Carlos' mouth, and I don't blame her. Like, no. And like she said, she's been through similar situations. So like, you don't know what people go through to end up, in situations like that. I just thought that it was just so, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a word that I'm looking for. It's in my head, but I cannot think of it. Careless, it may be the word. I don't know. But it just wasn't cool for him to say that. It just wasn't. It just honestly wasn't. So they then go to their Converge Media writing class, where the class interviews each other about what stories are often told about them and what legacy they want to leave behind. And right off rip, Angela is like uneasy about this because, it's been so much negative stuff that's been said about her, but other classmates as well. But she's not at a point where she can embrace those negative things and realize that that's her past and not who she is now or her future. So Tamar says, the thing that is often told about me is that I'm problematic and I'm an angry Black woman. When it comes time for Angela and Claudia to go with the other students, Angela was like, Claudia, you go first, because she wasn't comfortable. So Claudia says, people say that I'm messy and a mean girl. Angela, when it comes to her turn, she was like, it's just a lot. It's just a lot, but she doesn't say what that a lot is. Like, it's like she just does not want to repeat the things that have been said about her because you can tell that it still affects her. It still hurts her. And maybe deep down, she maybe even still believes those things that people have said about her. I don't know if she's in therapy or not, but I think that therapy would be a great thing for her to really fight those demons and face the things that she has done in the past, has not done in the past, things she's been accused of, and so forth. So she begins to cry. Like, it affected her tremendously. And so when everybody stood up in front of the class to, to tell the class what's been said about them and what legacy they want to leave behind, Angela continues to cry. And at some point she just leave. She was like, I'm not doing this. And she storms out of class. And I felt really bad for her. I really honestly did. So outside, when they're waiting for their transportation to get back to the house, I love the fact, was it Nick? I think it was Nick that was like, you all right? And just gave her a hug and was like, come on, y'all, let's have a group hug. And I love that everybody rallied around her and just hugged her, embraced her, and supported her and gave her encouragement because she needed it. And I really like Nick. I really do like Nick. I think that he is like the glue almost that's holding the house together, if you will say so. So after that, when they get back to the crib, she says that she wishes that back in the day she would have spoke up for herself more, because a lot of the stuff that did happen with China, she never really spoke on it. Like, she just let the narrative be. Whatever the Kardashians said, whatever Rob said, whatever Tyga said, you know what I'm saying? Like, she just let them have it, and she never really would stick up for herself, except for when she finally filed that lawsuit against the Kardashians, which she should have won. So Saucy is late for cheerleading class and has to run a lap. But of course he does not run it. He walks it, because he was like, let me see you walk. Now, mind you, he didn't came to cheerleading practice with a dress on. Now, he did have bottoms under, thank God, but like, still, like, what are you doing, girl? So him and the coach are going back and forth. But you could tell like they had a good rapport though, because you would see clips of them kikiing with each other. So at one point though, Santana kept on talking back, so he got the whole cheerleading squad in trouble, and they had to do burpees. And they was pissed off. So back at home, everybody's doing their homework, and Santana gives up. He gives up, was like, I'm going to bed. He go upstairs, get in the bed with that blue panties, bloomers, whatever. I was like, I hope that them a different pair. I'm going to say that they're a different pair, because I got a million pair of the same black underwear, and I would hate for people to be like, them the same underwear. No, it's not. But he go upstairs and he get in bed and he can't turn the lights off. He like, Alexa, turn the lights off. Alexa is like, I am on break, bitch. I will turn these lights off when I get off and when I get done with my lunch break. So he can't get the lights to go off. The lights get the flickering. He get the jumping up out the bed. Time some Nick, the lights is flickering. Tamar, the lights is flickering. Child, that part had me hollering, y'all. I was in the bed cracking up laughing. That's the Santana I like to see. Not this combative Santana that's lazy, don't want to do nothing, always got something to say, whining and complaining. I don't like that Santana. Don't like that Santana at all. I would love to see Carisha on College Hill. I think that would be hilarious, darling. Hilarious. So at the table, Nick opens up to Carlos about his stance on homelessness, because he was like, my brother suffers from mental health issues. And when he would run away, he would be out on the streets. So it's not a thing where everybody that is homeless just wants to be homeless. There are people out there that have mental health issues that they don't want to face. You know what I'm saying? And that will walk the streets, that will run away and all of that type of stuff. So for him to say that homelessness is a choice and it doesn't affect me and it ain't got nothing to do with me is just so stupid to say. And in that moment, he was like, all right, I get what you're saying. But it was also given very much, I hear what you're saying, but I still don't low-key agree nor really care for real. And later on in the episode, he shows that he really didn't care about what Nick said to him. You know what I'm saying? Which was really f***ed up in my opinion. So the next day when it's time to go to school, Carlos and Claudia decide it would be funny. No, I'm sorry, that night before they go to bed, Claudia notices that Saucy left his little baby doll, Bianca, on the table. Now, the cheerleaders gave him this baby doll that he been carrying around, saying that that's his daughter and that he a single mother going to college. So he been carrying this doll around everywhere, but he left it on the table and went to sleep. So they was like, since he being a bad father, we gonna hide it. So they hide it in the cabinet with a little note. And so the next day, Santana get up looking for Bianca and can't find her. And so now Claudia's like, oh, like, I thought it was going to be funny, but I didn't think he was going to be like upset about it for real. So he gets so upset that he decides he ain't going to school, which was just an excuse for him not to go. So before they leave out, Claudia was like, come on and go to school. Like, we'll look for her later. Like, you can't be missing school. He was like, no, because somebody touched my stuff and I'm not leaving. I'm going to stay here. that was an opportunity for her to tell him right then and there. I don't know why she didn't. It's a fucking baby doll. Like, we took it last night. You left it on the table. We thought it'd be funny. Here your doll. And let it be done with. But she didn't say anything right then and there. So it was kind of weird to me. And it was kind of giving, like, are you trying to have a moment? Like, are you trying to have, you know, a dramatic moment with him? Because that was weird. Like, how old are we? So Santana stays home, which I also felt like, what are you doing? It's a baby doll. It ain't a real doll. Like, stop. And why aren't you going to class? Like, you're not taking this seriously. Why are you here? So when they get to their next class and they discuss the Zulu parade in New Orleans where white people dress up in blackface and how this is still going on today. I don't know if I did know about this. Maybe I forgot, but I was like, why is this happening? But okay, I guess, child. So at the house, Santana is searching all around for his baby. He got an attitude, honey. He mad because somebody touched his stuff. And so he finally found the baby, but wants to know who in fact took it. And everybody was like, I didn't do it. So in class, in their political science class, Carlos once again is over talking Dr. Frazier. He is being so fucking disrespectful and rude. I don't understand how that man didn't tell him to get out my class. Because I ain't got time. You a grown man. You on a television show. Like, what the are you doing? Like, are you just trying to be combative? Are you trying to start controversy? Like, what the are you doing, you muskrat looking mother? He got on my nerves. Like, I don't like that at all. So when the topic of homelessness come up again, Carlos still won't budge on it. And then begins to argue with the professor about it. What? So at one point, Nick is trying to once again talk to him about it. And this time he straight up click on him. Like, not trying to be funny, like straight, like trying to sun him and punk him. He literally stand up and tell Nick to shut up and to shut up and dribble. And like stand over him, and Nick kind of looked like, is this serious? And I was so happy that he didn't even play into it, because we all know like probably Nick would have whooped his ass. Like, what the are you doing? Like, why are you standing up on this man? He continuously calling him stupid and dumb and all of this stuff. It's like, what is your problem? Do you suffer from little man syndrome? Like, I don't get it. Like, he seemed like he got a problem, like mentally, like he got issues, because none of this is even necessary. And everybody just look at him like, dog, what are you doing? So, the professor, like I said, end up holding Nick back, because he like, we ain't gonna even do this. So, like I said, he keep calling Nick dumb, and everybody leaves out the class, and the professor holds Carlos back and was like, look, I just need for you to chill. Like, you can have your thoughts and views, but this is a classroom at the end of the day. This is a real classroom. Respect me, respect your peers. And he like, all right, I guess. Get him off of here. Like, because I am just so sick of him. I will never look at him the same. I will never support anything that he do. Get him the off of my television, because he is ignorant as So after that, everybody returned home. And Nick pulls Santana, because like he was like, I hope you really don't think that I was the one that took your baby, because I didn't. But at this point, Santana think that it was him, because he was like, when I asked on FaceTime, you was all laughing and giggling in the background. And he was like, I was just laughing and giggling. So like Santana even kind of turning up on Nick, like, you know, you took my baby, you lying. I'm like, why is everybody talking crazy to Nick? What is going on? So they in the kitchen, and Santana once again is like, who took it? I know Tamar didn't do it. You know, I know China didn't do it. So it's between Carlos, Claudia, and Nick. Nick is like, I told you I didn't do it. Like, I'm your boy. Like, I got your back. I didn't do it. And so Claudia's standing there and still will not fess up to it. And I'm like, what? Claudia, like, I know you're not scared of him. Like, stop. You're not scared of him. I feel like at this point, she was dragging it to make something happen between them two. I really honestly do. Because the fact that she didn't tell him that morning before school, was just, there's no excuse, like, except for you trying to make a storyline and trying to be a mean girl and being messy, like people say about you. And I like Claudia. I like Claudia a lot. But this was just so childish to me. And so next week's episode, look like they're going to get into it over this when she finally does fess up. Carlos can 1000% kick rocks, okay, with no shoes on, all right? Get him off my screen. He gets an F. Santana on thin ice, he got a D- from me. This episode, however, got an A. I really enjoyed it. Y'all make sure to thumbs up this video. Let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode 1 and 2 of College Hill Celebrity Edition Season 3. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. Also this week, you guys, I'm going to be taking a few days off this week. I'll probably still have a little bit of content coming out for you guys, but after Monday's videos, I'll be off until probably Saturday or Sunday, and I'll be back with our regularly scheduled programming. So stay tuned and be patient with your girl. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.